This is my older brother, Michael Letty. Despite years of intense arguing and even some fistfights when we were young, he's one of my best friends. I'm going to take you through his fight with clinical depression and anxiety and some of what caused these mental illnesses. My brother was like every other kid, enjoying life, playing with toys, especially Thomas the Tank Engine, and being mean to his little brother. He was happy. His first few years of schooling at a great local Catholic school were normal. However, around 6th grade, even though he was still in the same Catholic grade school, fellow classmates, even some of his closest friends, were starting to exclude him. In addition to exclusion, he got bullied daily.
Mostly I just didn't understand why me. All I wanted was to know why. Like, why were these kids being so mean to me? Why didn't they accept me? What was wrong with me? And it made me hate myself. There's still things that I notice about myself that I think have resulted from the bullying.
As his mom, I probably went through some of the grief cycle of angry, sad, depressed. Wanted to help him as much as I could, so I, would have his birthday parties, invite everybody, and invite kids over.
I think both of us were very concerned, and we wanted to do whatever we could for Mike, and had to get professional help, and hopefully that was going to be enough, and then just be supportive at home and so on. But it was very concerning.
After making it through the bullying, Mike started high school and started to realize something was off. He had great friends and a supportive family, but he simply struggled to even get up in the morning. He lost interest in things, detached himself from the people he loved, and stayed in bed for very long periods of time. After consulting a psychiatrist, Mike was diagnosed with social anxiety and clinical depression.
I actually have a poem here that I think perfectly describes what I was feeling at that time. You asked me how depression felt, and this is all I could come up with. It feels like I'm walking upstream through a current strong enough to pull me under 4 times over. There are others with me, but they are walking along the banks, telling me to just get out of the water. But instead of extending a hand in help, they just move on and leave me behind. Every once in a while, I find a rock that is strong enough for me to lean on, and I can rest for a bit. But the rocks always get tired of holding me up, and when they let go, I'm left drowning, thrown 50 feet back again. And nothing is harder than standing up in that current when everything in you is telling you how much easier things would be if you just let yourself get dragged under. The depression was just like a gaping hole, in my chest, and at one point that it became it felt like a physical hole. I didn't even want to get better. That's how little determination and strive for life that I had at that point.
On a Tuesday night during his sophomore year of high school, Mike felt that taking his own life would be the best solution to his depression. My mom went to go ask my brother a question and walked into Mike pressing a scissor blade to his neck with tears rolling down his face. Luckily, he had not yet committed.
There was chaos in my head, and I had lost any type of feeling of connection to this world. I just didn't want, I couldn't just keep going on with the way my life was. That night where I almost took my life, it just it felt like an escape, I felt like I was trapped here, and my escape was that.
After getting treatment through more frequent therapy sessions and getting prescribed medicine for his depression and anxiety, my brother is now thriving. He is a successful photographer who loves what he does and has his mental illnesses under control.
I don't regret being depressed or being bullied or having anxiety, because it made me into the person I am today. I appreciate the good in my life because of what had happened to me. Just being in such dark times, you really learn to appreciate the good thing. Here I am. I'm good. I'm good now.
missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go.